All right, today we're gonna be making bacon and cheese smash burgers. So to get started, we're gonna make our own homemade dough. So mix 175 milliliters of water with 125 milliliters of milk, and then add 2.5 teaspoons of rapid rise yeast and give a stir and set aside. Then we're gonna take 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk, and you're gonna whisk this together until well combined. Now for the flour, you're gonna take 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour and pour in a mixture of 1/3 cup white sugar and 2 teaspoons kosher salt. Now you can knead this by hand, but it's much easier with a stand mixer. So I'm combining together our yeast mixture and then our eggs, and you're gonna mix on a low speed while continually adding in the flour, about 1/3 cup at a time. After all of your flour has been added, then we're gonna put in 3 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter and knead for another 5 to 6 minutes. Once that's been completed, we're gonna turn the dough out on a floured work surface for just a few minutes, mainly to make it smooth and round, and then we're gonna put in a greased bowl and we're gonna let rise for about 45 to 60 minutes. So after our dough is risen, we're gonna put it on the same floured work surface and we're gonna cut into about 80-gram pieces. We want all of our buns to be consistent. We're gonna roll into a round shape, and then we're gonna put on a parchment lined baking sheet, and we need to let these proof for at least an hour, so we're gonna cover with another baking sheet. Now to get that beautiful golden color on these buns, we're gonna put a mixture of 2 eggs and a splash of water, and before we brush them on the buns, we wanna flatten these out to get a good shape. So I'm just taking a large mason jar, pushing it on top, and then we're gonna brush all around. The final step is to sprinkle the buns with either some white or black sesame seeds, and then we're gonna put this in a 375-degree oven for about 15 minutes or until golden brown. Just make sure to watch them closely because we don't want to overcook them and have them come out as crispy dinner rolls. And to give them a little bit extra flavor and shine, I melted some unsalted butter and we're just gonna glaze the top of each bun. Now for the beef, I'm taking a pound of 80/20 ground beef. Do not go any leaner than that. We want these to be juicy. Mix with some salt and pepper, and then we're gonna want 2-ounce patties. Put on a tray, and important to note, put it in the fridge. We need these things cold when they hit the pan. Okay, now what's a great burger without a great sauce? So to start, we're gonna take a tablespoon each of mayo, ketchup, spicy brown mustard, and chopped dill pickle. Then we're gonna put a teaspoon each of garlic powder, onion powder, and dill pickle juice, and whisk together until well combined. For final touches, I added another teaspoon of dill pickle juice, some salt, and pepper, and the burger sauce is done. And for a little bit of texture, I'm toasting our buns on a low heat before cooking the beef, in which we're gonna take a cast iron skillet on medium-high heat and add in our cold burger patties. Now a trick to make sure your patties don't stick when smashing them down is to take a heat-proof wax paper, put it over the beef, and then smash down until the burger is very thin. You're gonna do this to both burgers, and we're gonna cook each side for about 60 seconds. So while that first side is cooking, we're gonna season with some additional kosher salt and black pepper, and I noticed when cooking the burgers started to fold in, so I put down some wax paper and re-smash down. We want plenty of surface area to get that crust on the burger. Now after flipping, immediately add a slice of cheese onto the second burger patty that you smashed down, and a minute in, put that first patty on top. It's really gonna help that cheese melt. And to spice up our smash burger, I'm adding in some thick cut bacon into the same cast iron we cooked the beef in. It's gonna bring plenty of flavor and just cook until crispy. Now for building our burger, we're gonna take our toasted bun, add a little bit of our burger sauce on bottom. I chopped up some lettuce, so I'm gonna add that on there. A slice of tomato, and important to add a little bit of salt onto your tomato. Our beef patty, top with our crispy bacon, and then finally our beautiful burger bun. And there you have it, smash burgers. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.